All right. Welcome everybody to the Destination Show. This is Tandile Maekiso, and I'll be doing just a simple review on the Hustlers Corner podcast with DJ Sbu. And it was, interviewing a guy named THAKGI LEDWABA, a TikToker influencer. Now, I like this interview because we get to learn from what AMA 2000, are into, and I have my own feelings about the interview, and so I just want to walk you guys through those things that I feel, I need to discuss and share, but also share my own thoughts as well as to what I think, how I feel about the whole situation. So let's get down to the video. And so this is DJ Sbu, but I've cut through to a specific segment so that we may focus on what I actually want to talk about today. So yeah, let's listen to DJ Sbu and let's listen to THAKGI and let's discuss. But also, if you guys have any comments, please share them down below on the comment section so that we can engage and talk, and so that I can see your thoughts and what you think. I can also share you my own opinions as I'll also be sharing them on this video. But yeah, let's learn together. Let's see what these guys have to say.
You can't. That's the thing. You guys are impatient, though.
No, but the more things don't happen is the more you lose like momentum. Like I keep saying, the biggest motivation is Zaga. It's like being comfortable. Do you understand me? I can't be a THAKGI as big on social media, but like in real life, I can't even. I don't need to mention alcohol, but I'm not him.
But you're not big yet.
Yes, I know I'm not big.
You're
but
still starting.
Exactly. Do you understand?
Patience.
But now when a brand as big as Drip comes and they're like, Mfanaga, and it doesn't happen, it's like, ish, what did I do?
No,
now?
who said it's not happening?
I know.
You said you guys were gonna do it in Jan.
Exactly.
It's hardly March. Like sometimes you have to be a little bit more patient. And I know you want it now.
No, not that I wanted it, but remember now I tell my family that, ish, guys, no, yeah, I've been working towards this thing. So now I got this call from this guy.
Yeah, sure.
Now I got a call from Mr. Legao. You guys saw he sent me much. So now we're about to go into this thing. They're like, oh, dope. At least, you don't need. Okay, we can see progress. And then when it doesn't happen, I need to go back and be like, tamana sarabari fu. Do you understand it?
But it's not. But you're from the streets, and you know how a hustle goes. As he's saying as well, as I did say before I called him, or maybe
but the thing is, parents worry, and I'm also worried about my future. At some point, I was like, now I'm leaving this thing. This thing is not fruitful. Like, how can
it's fruitful? You didn't just sit here. I don't just talk to anyone. I talk to people that are making things happen. So there's something right that you're doing.
Yeah, there's something right that I'm doing.
But you guys, I'm saying, you guys, all of you, my 2000, all of you young generation, all of you my young hustlers, impatient sometimes. And I understand that. I know you want it now, bro. But and I know that nakoya vaya. And I'm not saying stop, but sometimes it's just the patience part. Don't be impatient, the patience part. Grind, expect it, but Oscar lose patience. And when you feel like you're losing patience, Oscar ngala. And don't let that change your attitude. Because sometimes some people lose patience and then it messes their attitude, and then they end up being a nuisance to a lekau.
Yeah.
See, I love that point that DJ Sbu is making because you can see THAKGI is just impatient. He was told in January that, hey, we'll make this deal happen, and now it's March, or it's the beginning of March, and he's already lost his patience. He's like, when is this thing happening? One thing I've learned is that success takes time. Not everyone has a get go from the go. some people's progress, starts small. It's a small steps. We learn that by small and simple things, great things come to pass. Or everything starts small. So you can't be starting now and expect big things now. That's why we usually are asked, what is your what are your goals, what is your long-term goal? And so if your long-term goal is to reach 5 million subscribers in 2 years, you can't expect 5 million subscribers in 6 months time. It's just impossible. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. You just need to wait. You just need to happen. You just need to work. You just need to put in the work, and other people will see your work, and they will be attracted to it, and then people will want to work with you, just like what happened to him. But now he's already got the deal. It's just that he's impatient, while the other guy is actually fixing stuff for him, so that he gets the deal and basically knows what he is there to do. But because he's impatient, he can't even let the process to happen properly now. So these guys, man, they're troublesome. Let's listen.
That's the thing.
And I'm not saying you.
I would never. You see,
you understand where you're like,
but also what I see that listening as well. DJ Sbu is an OG in the game. DJ Sbu knows every single corner in their hustling business because he's a hustler himself. So he knows what he's talking about. I think More Fire started back when 2011, 2012, but it started booming when 2016, 2017, and he was on the streets selling it himself on the streets along with his people, with his employees. So it's the work. So this is the guy to actually listen and learn from. But he seems like he also wants to fight. How can you fight an OG? So you learn the road through your elders. That's what you need to understand. The road is better learned from other people's mistakes, from other people's journey. Not saying that you will have the same journey as them. No, your path is different to anyone. But at the same time, we can't pretend as if there are no people that were there before us.
You see with me?
You don't know. Like
once you don't pick up and once you don't respond to my message, like, okay, Sharp, we good. It's probably off the table. I sent him a message. I'm like, is the deal still on the table? Just one message. Is the offer still on the table? You understand? I'm not gonna call you like 10 times a day. That's not me. I'm not a nuisance to everybody. That just means you're okay. Ship. I need to move on to something else now.
Exactly. Because this hustling thing needs timing. It's like Salobona.
Yep.
Okay, Ola. Okay, okay, more half clash. It's fine. In the meantime, not more half clash.
Yes, but it gets frustrating, and not everybody has the same access as I have. I'd like to say I have backing. Like I can show DJ Sbu, as much as I might complain about 700 Uber, I can show the next. If I'd get clothes. If I need whatever, if I need a car to go to Durban, whatever, I can. That can help me because I've built like a relationship and I have like uncles and people that take care of me. But not everyone has that. Do you understand? There's this influencer. She's very big. I met her.
Come on.
I'm not gonna say. I'll say her name. I don't feel comfortable.
No, it's fine. Say it. It's fine.
No, man.
Because now I don't know some of them.
Yeah. We met. I first met her at a listening session in Sandton, right? And then she's way bigger than me. She's been there. She's been content creator of the year in South Africa, right? We were driving back to Pretoria from Sandton. We took the same Uber, and then she started crying in the Uber. She was like, THAKGI, I'm this big person. While she was telling everybody, she's like, I'm this big person. I'm putting so much work into this, but nothing is happening. She started crying, like, guys, I am moving back home next year. I am moving out of race. I am done with Gala. Nobody, I cannot plan. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I am this person that's not expected to take a taxi. I'm this person that's expected to have this mega money. I'm this person that's expected to be working with these brands. And the people that are supposed to be helping me, the people that are calling me to the apartments and giving me like that management and introducing me to those campaign managers and stuff like that, it is not happening. I can apply, but I'm this influential. Do you understand how? And I was there sitting like, yo, man, what if I'm next? What if I start feeling like this? What if I don't get this? But okay, but a drip is coming up, ne? But at the same time, it's scary. Yeah, it's very scary. So now when I look at my friends that are in corporate, and they call me on a Saturday, like, we're chilling by the pool, pull up, sharp, we drinking, we're just having conversation. They're like, my boy, you don't know how much power you have. Okay, now I have 5,000 rand in my bank account right now. I don't know how much power I have. What power is that? I don't want to count out mat. I'm fine. Wait till you feel better betway. No, you bet the betway got 5,000. Got 5,000. That's the 5K I have most to request for the week, and then buy what? Do you understand me? So I'm like, hey, maybe just something can well as Kela. Can we lonya and it is external demand. So it's like you need security in life. You need it. So this. I was actually telling this friend of mine, man, that next year I'm gonna go solely. I'm gonna be a soldier. And like my aunt and they know at home that hey, you I was solo next year because it's exhausting. It's like today's what is it? It's Tuesday. I'm hosting today at La Youthie. Tomorrow is the resting day. Thursday, there's definitely something that's gonna come up. I'm gonna be invited to a meeting somewhere. Friday, I'm gonna be invited. It like there's no rest. Now I can't even recoup. I can't just sit for good 2 days and be like, oh, okay, what am I doing? What's the plan? What? I can't because I'm clouded with so much things that are happening around me, and I feel like it's like that with every other influencers. If I'm not in Durban, I'm somewhere else. It's just there's just so much. I feel like it happened with you guys as well, DJ Sbu.
Yeah.
During your times,
yeah,
where you couldn't recoup, you guys were just out drinking. You're mzegezeg at the same time.
I'm not mzegezeg.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You know, there's mzegezeg on the side. You are DJ Sbu. Now there's radio hosting. There's radio hosting. Now your friend has like a. Your friend has a thing that he's opening. There's a party happening somewhere. Now you're at this place at the same time, and then when it all dies down, it's like, what is this? So I don't want to be in the position where now I lose all of this little power that I have. I'd like to believe that that I have. I mean, so much like a bit of power. They understand the power that I have. That's why they associate them. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have power. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have this little power that I have, right? So now, when it's done, when DJ Sbu doesn't pick up my calls, when Lamborghini doesn't pick up my calls, then what? What do I have now? Now I need to go back to Westview. I need to go back to my mom's and be like, but now it's late.
So what they...
Here's valid points on why he's scared, why he's impatient. I hear him actually, and he puts it nice when he shares the influencer story, which is a bit sad, that they had to move back to their mama house or whatever. But it's a journey, guys. It's a journey that we need to work on. So there are valid points as to why we can't be impatient. But at the same time, at what cost will our impatient, bring us? At what cost? Because things are gonna move on. People are gonna see that okay, this guy is not patient. Well, he's not probably worthy to be here. You know what I mean? And so those are the fears that I feel. I also need to watch out for. And his reasoning is also valid. I can't really say much against it because those are his fears. But he needs to overcome them. God gives us weaknesses so that they can become our strengths. Not a weakness. A weakness is not something that's permanent. That's what I believe. That's something that we need to work on, learn on. And I think if we have that in the right state of mind, there's nothing that's gonna be impossible for us. Let's listen to what DJ Sbu has to say.
Call it as a garden that you start, you nurture, you take care, you water, you look after it, you put in those seeds, because you've got the picture of how this garden.
That's beautiful, actually. That example of, you know, a garden. Yeah, a garden, you have to work at it. You have to work at dig, prune. You have to work at a garden in order for you to see fruits. And you're not gonna see fruits tomorrow. You're gonna see them in months after you do all the work. Months later, that's where you'll start seeing fruits. So that's actually a good example of, you know, of what is when it comes to this patient situation.
Must look like. And as this garden is coming up nicely, it's not there yet, it's coming up nicely. You will see. You'll get calls from Lamborghini, you'll get calls from Bolikau, you'll get calls from Sbu, because the garden that you're building or that you're growing or nurturing is coming up nicely. But it doesn't mean that it's there yet. So going back to what I said earlier, Ntwana tsa rona, you guys don't have that impatience. Don't be impatient. It's happening, especially for those who are like you, who can tell Raiman, it looks like my life is about to change. You know, you can feel it. I'm sure, Luana, you are feeling it right now, like as in lately, maybe from last year or so. You're starting to feel Raiman. People are starting to call me. It's because the garden that you started to grow and nurture is coming all right. It just means don't move your hands off that steering wheel. Don't move that foot off that neck. Keep the foot on the neck. Keep the foot on that pedal. Keep looking after that garden. Keep watering it even more. Whatever you've been doing, it means it's working. It's now to keep. You just need to make it, like, if you're putting in 100% effort, if you want it to happen faster, then put in 200% effort.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't happen at your time, don't be impatient, but rather continue at that pace where your hustle is on turbo boost, right? Because you wouldn't just get a call from Lambo. You wouldn't just get a call from Sbu. You wouldn't just get a call from a Likau. You wouldn't just get 5 grand or 10 grand from Kokaikai. You wouldn't just be taking pictures as we're welcoming you in.
I knew you want to talk
into
about
the
that.
venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Because it shows that, okay, at least it means I've got something. There's something that I'm working on here.
Yeah.
And I know as we're having this conversation, as much as we're making it about you, we know that it's about you. Don't be impatient. The dream is happening. You are at work, you are putting in the work, people are starting to call you, people are seeing that little potential that you have. Some people, yes, about Tepisa Maka, some others, when they're supposed to deliver what they've Tepisa do, they don't take calls anymore. But as long as you know, even if this one Wanyamal, others are starting to call me, others are starting to DM me, others are starting to email me, it means there is something in what you're doing. Just keep at it. And that is my message to young people. You know what I mean? Like, don't be too impatient. And that video that you're talking about, I remember it's the one where I was even.
I love this because I actually once had an experience as well of something very similar where we're working. I can't remember what we were actually working on, but I was in Kenya, right? And we were struggling to get results on what we were doing, which is to teach people, to find people to teach and all that. And so what we used to do was wake up every day, knock about 200 doors. And I remember we would be so disappointed to get no written appointments, right? And so I remember one time we had a zone conference, something that on mission we call a zone conference, where we get to meet as missionaries and share our successes and our struggles, and then get, help where we need help. And so we shared what we're experiencing, that we have knocked doors, we have tried so many times to find people, and we just do not find anyone. And our mission president shared a mission president is someone who looks over missionaries. And so he shared one beautiful doctrine that I'll never forget. He said, just because you are knocking doors, don't expect the people that you are knocking at their doors to be the ones you teach. Maybe God has prepared other people, but because of your effort, these people start knocking on your doors. right? And I love that so much. I love that so much that, work, sometimes the doors that we're knocking on might not be the ones that open, but behind us, those that we're looking for or we didn't actually expect will be the ones that, open the door. So never stop. Never stop. Keep your foot on the pedal, as DJ Sbu says. Let's continue to listen.
Saying, I think I still had a cheese cup.
You're a neater back then.
You're
like,
neater. You drive my BMW.
Yes. Yeah, don't stop jacking things. You're saying that. I remember.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Because
Don't run.
you and I are going to Lekao, same thing. Lekao was starting his brand. I was actually here. He was starting his brand. He was outside here. He didn't even have a store. He didn't even have a single store. He had a pop-up store here outside. And I met him for the first time. We chatted. It was dope. And he was telling me his frustrations as well. I was like, you're almost there, bro. And blah, blah, blah,
For
blah,
real,
blah,
for real,
blah.
for real.
Give me your numbers. I'd like to invite you to the pod. Let's have a chat. Oh, it's great to meet you, Sbu. I've watched your work for a while. Blah, blah. No, it'll happen. You're almost there, bro. You're almost. And that's not long ago, bro. That's just now, 2019.
Yeah.
Just now, before COVID. That's just now, bro. COVID 2019. Lekao Allah, boss. Look at Lekao now. It's giving you an opportunity, right? So when I say that, I'm saying it off of experience.
Well, exactly what I was saying. He's an OG. He has these experiences. Listen to your old people. Listen to your OGs. It's a different generations that you guys are living on. But listen, bro, listen.
Robert used to say the same thing. Emarkhutman, you know.
No, Robert Boy is not crying.
No, now he's gone.
But I mean, he cried to you?
No, I'm not saying crying as in tears.
No.
Yeah,
no, which year was this? Robert Boy has been on.
2017. Who?
But I know 2020 was on, right, Lou?
Yeah, 2020
he was on. He was like proper on.
He hasn't even listened to what DJ Sbu has to say about Robot Boy. But he's cutting him off as if Robot Boy has been on forever. And DJ Sbu is trying to tell him that even Robot Boy was once in his position where he felt like people were not responding to his, his things. Come on. And he was just saying, now listen.
He's like the father of influencers. Everybody's just like, Joe, Robert Boy he's in my corner.
Do you know when I was selling in the streets, who was holding the camera? Who was behind the camera?
Selling the moffias in the streets.
Yes.
No, but here's the thing. You selling this thing in the streets. We weren't like.
See, he's being dismissive, right? I hate he's being dismissive of what DJ Sbu is saying now. He's basically, for me, it's a sign of disrespect. He's basically disrespecting DJ Sbu. He's dismissing, the things that he's saying, because he's basically saying, when we were doing the more fire on the streets, Robot Boy was not even a content creator. He was recording DJ Sbu, he was carrying the camera. He was not, the influencer that he is today. But there we go with Ama 2000, not listening, ready to attack and to dismiss anything an OG has to say. It's like we're in a war, but there's no war. We are just helping each other grow.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Do you know who was editing those videos at Massive Metro?
Was it
Do you know who was doing the filmo videography at Massive Metro?
Was it?
Yes!
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not disputing that. But when you went out and you're selling this thing, no sokoli.
Now I'm making you an example. Who at the time he was not the Robot Boy that you know today.
Okay,
but he was running around the streets behind Sbu at the camera. Who wants to do that? Why must I run around behind you in cameras if I'm on?
At that point, right? I'm like. Was he on at that? What time?
That's what I mean. He wasn't on. He was serving me at the time.
At that time,
he was still going through his own process. He was, and I'm saying to you that we would chat like, okay, people don't know that because he's got multiple.
DJ Sbu is basically saying what he's basically advising him. And he's not hearing that because he wants to fight the fact that the Robot Boy was not on. He was a content creator, was big and famous. He's not hearing what DJ Sbu is saying, which is basically giving him advice and using examples of people that came to DJ Sbu, and DJ Sbu told them, "Relax, me dude, your time is coming. Just be patient." Because they were patient, that's where they are now. Lekao is everyone knows drip. Everyone wants to go have a drip. Robot Boy, he's all over the place now because he was patient. He listened to his OGs. Listening.
Skills, right? For him, the battle was he knew that he'd be on, and that's what I loved about him. He's always been patient and humble, but putting in the work. But his problem was, I don't know the first thing that I would like the South African public to know me by, because he's a drummer, he's a dancer, he's a rapper, he's a comedian, he's a writer, he's a script writer. He's a lot of things, right? But what I'm saying is, just not so long ago, just as far as just 3 years back, me selling in the streets or whatever, 4 years back, he's the guy behind the camera. He was patient. I'm just making an example. Just guys, don't be impatient. Sometimes you become so impatient that you feel like ubatlo yoba lesole. And your breakthrough is just here, bro. Like you're already there.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we want security. Like I could have been. I could have. I don't want. That's what I don't want. And I was about to say, when you were selling this more fire in the streets, DJ Sbu, you want, as much as you are hungry, you still had like frigidaires and grocery. You still had like that mansion. You still had those cars. If we were to both go sell it in the streets, we're not gonna sell it at the same confidence. When I have confidence, I'll sharp. Or even if somebody doesn't buy, I'll use that personal because you're like, oh, fuck. Now I'm thinking, hey, you can got a fridge. Do you understand me? When you are on my side. So I need somebody to buy this thing. Like now. When you sold it, you were selling it as DJ Sbu, as the face. So everybody was like, DJ Sbu. Do you understand? They were just buying because they were like buying your love. Like just buying you being in their face. This brand. So if I'm talking, I'm going to sell in the street, it's a totally different ball game. Because in Nakatagom in Honeydew, it's not the same. It is not the same.
And I understand where you're coming from. There's a guy called Petson. I usually use him as an example. When people are like, they're buying because it's Sbu.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to show you a guy who nobody knows. You don't even know him yourself. Let's hustle. I'm going to give him a case. I'll take a case. Let's see who's going to finish a case face. He outsells me all the time. And there's many others like that. And they don't only sell more fire. There's a lot of streetwise guys.
But the thing is, it's like just face appearance sells more.
And I understand that.
Let me make this example.
But I wasn't born DJ Sbu.
It's fine. But now you DJ Sbu. Here's the thing. If you go to like maybe a Randburg, a Pretoria CBD,
Hey, did you actually see how dismissive he was of the fact that DJ Sbu was not always DJ Sbu as we know him? Did you see that dismissiveness of him?
There's these guys that are wearing like black and white that are like trying to sell you like insurance policies and stuff like that in the streets, but the same card and stuff. You can see the guy is totally ashy. The Kagoa brown, he's wearing black pants. Like it doesn't make sense. So firstly, you're just not gonna it's gonna be, I don't know what it'll take for you to listen to that person. So appearance is very important. How you walk into a room is important. Hey Joe, I don't know, like Gucci Intense or whatever. That person is just automatically gonna be taken seriously. That's just a way of life. Money is not everything. But people make it everything. Without it, you're nobody in this life. You're no one. You can be a THAKGI that everybody knows, and these cameras from an entrance of a club. THAKGI. You get into a section, you get there, you buy your Hennessy, you chilling. There's a Kropman that's unknown who walks in there. Tamanare 10 AFSO spades, the favorite, the what, starlights. All the girls are going there, but it's not even about the girls. I'm just making an example. Do you understand me? You can be this person that's pushing this culture forward, but now there's always a bigger bag. It's just everything is about Zaga.
And I totally agree. But as much as we're all chasing Zaga, it's not everything is about Zaga. No. I'm writing my
Not everything is about Zaga.
No.
There is no. Listen to me. There is no proper Christmas. Without Christmas is like a time of family. That Christmas day, you guys are eating papa and what and cabbage. You wanna call that a Christmas because you guys are a family and you're together and you're holding hands and you're praying to God. That's a perfect Christmas for you. There's no way.
I cannot disagree more when it comes to that one. I cannot disagree more. People's happiness or people's perception of happiness is totally different from the next person. So just because yours has to have money, fame, every meal on the table, if that's your Christmas and your happiness, so be it. But if my family has, just a normal day-to-day meal, and we are happy as a family, and we are actually praying, then why can't that be our Christmas? Why can't that be, we will be happy, we are happy because that's what we have, and we are content with it. You see, that the problem is that we are not content. We want to covet, we want I want that one, I want what he has, I want what they have, and that's the problem. We have a covetous generation of Ama 2000 that want the neighbor's life more than what they have. I was taught in the early years that be content with what you have, and those things will be multiplied, So I totally disagree. If I'm happy with my family and we have nothing, then that's what it is. When I was in Kenya, I met the most poor people. But they were also the most happiest people. Stress-free, yes, they were struggling, but they were at peace because they were happy. They had each other as a family, and so they were happy. At Christmas they would eat chapo, which in South Africa we call it roti. They would eat chapati and beans, and that would be their Christmas, and they are happy. So you don't have to have everything. Come on. So I totally disagree. THAKGI.
There is no way. The Christmas is the one that's happening next door.
Nope.
That's the Christmas with the swimming pools, the kid, like under the chandelier, everything is proper. That's a.
What if I don't have a chandelier and a swimming pool? Then we don't have a proper Christmas? I might say Ama 2000. Boys.
Christmas. And that's what everybody wants to be. We all want that. We don't want the Christmas where we're holding hands. So we can't say money is not everything. Money is it. As much as we say, it's perfect, to have everybody in the same house as a family. We love each other so much. We have this. We can share a chicken. Because now, this kid, now we eat chicken today, né? We're going to fruit chicken at least for this month. But now, okay, THAKGI is going to varsity next year. So when regapa full chicken ale. Raigaba arsa kono rega full chicken rekono ojaka be chor THAKGI at least lena akono ba sharp at varsity. Now there's a sibling that's here that's thinking, can you why is THAKGI getting this privilege? Because now I can't go there, but more for attention. When THAKGI comes home now from varsity, it's like THAKGI's getting this. You from varsity? Yeah. Big ups to you. This brother or this cousin is feeling some type of way, and now it's like hate in the family. Yatoma hate. And now there's separation. So there's no peace in the household. Like Joe, when
I'm not understanding where he's going with this. I'm really not understanding, because I thought we were talking about patience, being happy, being content. Why are we talking about cousins going to school? That's like a family feud issue, that no one can help, because anyone can have an issue with anyone going to school or work or whatever, or who has money in their home and others are not, not that moneyed. Come on. So I'm not getting where this is going.
When money people fight, it's different. We just don't talk to each other. I'm saying in my mansion in Santon, you're saying in your mansion in Branston. Well, I don't care. But now, because we come from disadvantaged families, December, we're all thinking we're going to grandmother's house. It's going to get late when we get there, because everybody's going to want to show their power. Everybody's going to want to talk about their kids. Otsena Fates. Ah, no ngwana ka Joe, Otsena Crawford. It's just pride. But if we were all good, none of that would matter. But it does matter because nobody has.
Oh, I think I get him now. He's talking about the money situation where if the other one doesn't have money and the others have money, then it becomes an issue with the poor ones, I guess. Well, that just depends how the rich guy acts around their family. So if he's cocky or he flashes his money around, it doesn't really help, then people obviously will feel some type of way. But families are different. I can't really dispute that. So, but money is not everything. People make money everything, but money is not everything.
And this is honestly, it's not.
And I'm not saying we don't need it. We need money to survive, to have our day-to-day lives, to be able to maneuver around from A to B, but it's not everything. We need it, but it's not life. It's not everything.
About me, my family is good. We all love each other. There's none of that competition, but I've been in situations where I've learned about certain families. So this thing, like, I don't know, am I going on too much?
No, my brother, this is beautiful. We're sharing content and we're chopping it up. Grootman to Ntwana, Ntwana to Grootman, and it's beautiful. Different generations. I'm learning from you.
Okay.
And point taken. And thank you very much for raising value.
I just learned the point that this generation just won't listen. That's what DJ Sbu is basically come to conclusion with. Nah, I get you, boy. Your generation and my generation are too different, and so y'all are impatient. Well, y'all are gonna stay broke.
Points, and it makes sense. I mean, Nyugu counts everywhere, and that's why people like me, we advocate for people being independent, running and being independent enough to make their own money, to run their own things, grow our own things, because we're capable, right? And I believe so. I believe we're all capable. I'm not somebody who grew up believing that somebody must do something for me. I believe akina next DJ Sbu I'm out. No. And I hear you saying, no, they're buying because you're DJ Sbu.
DJ Sbu, yes.
No, you're selling.
DJ Sbu, you're not. You were a hustler back then. You're not a hustler anymore.
Yo, listen to this.
Oh, well, now
we're growing. It's a journey. We're on. There are 20-something trucks. We're growing. We've got smaller ones as well. We've got vans.
Would you go back to like buying like supercars?
Wait, with this thing of a hustler, what is a hustler actually? Right? I'm just trying to think what is actually a hustler. Let me see what Google has to say about this issue with a hustler, with him saying that DJ Sbu is no longer a hustler, but he was a hustler then, but no longer a hustler. Let's see, because I really need to understand this before I can jump in. It says an enterprising person determined to succeed, a go-getter, a person who employs so yeah, okay, all right. So it's saying DJ Sbu is no longer a go-getter. Interesting.
Is that just still matter to you? Like, is it?
They don't matter, but I will get other people paying for it.
Ooh, this is doctrine. This is doctrine right here. This is something that I actually want to do as well in the future. But obviously I don't want, expensive cars and whatnot. But what DJ Sbu is about to share right now, so profound, and I hope you are listening and hope you're taking notes. Please listen to this.
I was saying, I posted a video, went viral I think a few weeks ago on TikTok, and I was saying I'd rather drive an old paid off car. I'd rather live in an old paid off house.
Yeah.
Building my land because I've got land.
Yeah, I saw the video.
And I hope that I put in rental income so you will buy me the new Lamborghini. With your rental.
No, but now, DJ Sbu, you want to give me advice about buying land and buying all of this thing and having people pay for me? You did these things long ago. You did these things when you're in your prime. So why shouldn't I enjoy that moment of being on a cruise ship and eyeing all of these people?
Because
I'm still in my 20s. Why shouldn't I do it?
And
You
it's
know
good.
better now,
Yeah.
right? I
And
want to
that's-
go through that process.
And it's true, but I don't want to overtunnel mabota because na ke tunnel on.
It makes sense. I kind of get you, but we all want to go through it. We still want to get in a club and pop the beverage.
And there's nothing wrong.
Exactly.
But let somebody pay for it. So now at the time I was paying for it from my own pocket. But why don't you create, like as I was saying on that video, a rental income where if I'm popping this champagne, I know khwedi ya ifela bahiri ba ba ka ba kena le mbona ke bona ba ileng hore khwedi ya ifela ba patala hape, then ke patala koloi ke patala ntlo.
Makes sense.
Khwedi ya ifela ba patala hape, then ke tla reka di champagne tseo.
But the thing is,
Khwedi ya ifela ba patala hape, then ke tla di reka ke tla di reka hape mo di Louis Vuitton tseo. So it doesn't come from my yes, it's my pocket,
Yeah.
but at least it's your pocket.
do you know what happens when I get that 25,000? Because now I've been hungry for 6 months. Sounds like a squinch. Something like that. No, but this is not a laughing matter.
Squinch, basically squinchy guys is revenge.
Yeah, I need something that squinchy because now.
Squinchy are these girls never liked.
Yeah, I know I have 25,000. That girl from Santin, I'm requested I know 1.5 at no. Do you understand? I request for that one. I request for that one.
You see why? That's why these kids don't have money, because they waste money on things that don't really make sense. Because a girl rejected you, now you want to get them an Uber so that they can see that you have money. And what is that going to help you?
I request for that one. Where we going? We're going to La Youth. Sharp. Go to La Youth. We chill in our little VIP section. Bah. 12,000 rand bill. Because you guys were doing it in my presence. I was sitting by the corner and I got the girl that was the hottest.
So let me tell you what I'm saying as a Krotman. I'm not that Krotman that says don't do that. I'm saying delay the instant gratification.
No, but
so that those expenses are
You're
paid by
right.
someone else.
But you're right.
Because how did you mopotleng ya hao di ukawata da?
Because I need to prove a
Man,
point.
I'm patient.
It's not that simple. I need to prove a point to these girls and to, not for me. I don't do those things.
I know we talk
for my generally.
Disclaimer would low la tlela
No, because I know
met them out for a sharp.
No.
Okay, I'm for start.
I don't do those.
I like you, Masi. What's her name?
Who?
Your madam? Let's say her surname.
It's
I
not
just want to
important.
address her kiss by her surname.
No. They'll search for her.
Oh, what's her surname?
And it's gonna get in trouble.
Or what's his nickname?
Yeah, what you were saying was they actually going to get you in trouble. You have a girlfriend and a business saying that you want to pay for girls that rejected you. Come on now.
Okay.
What's her nickname? We don't with these guys. The squinch the revenge is deeper. It's deeper than everything. Like, born. You'll be sitting by the couch thinking, so the next time you get it, you're not thinking, hey Joe, I have 25,000 now. I can stock 300 t-shirts. I can print. I still have another 5,000 rand for marketing, and I can send to DJ Sbu. I can send to Scoop. You're not thinking about that when you have that money, and those are the plans you had when you didn't have it. But once it comes in, because last night you were at Moloko, you were at Pablo, and these things were happening in your presence, you have a point to prove.
You have a point to prove. You want to grow your business. You have a point to prove. And so you decide to prove a point and lose money that you could have invested in your own business, in your future. I don't know how that makes 1 + 1 = 2, but I guess it does make 1 + 1 = 2 to get revenge on people that basically didn't care about you, instead of building yourself and investing in your business.
There's a way in which you can do that better. Just delay the instant gratification and let somebody else's money pay for it. Understand? As opposed to Cheletao pays for these things. At some point you run out, and all these people you're chasing and all these people that were around, they disappear. How new?
That's what I was
As
saying,
opposed
now.
to create things such that at least those things are the ones that pay for this lifestyle. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't buy the Louis Vuitton, don't buy this expensive. I'm just saying uskadi jahela nakwe how it and hate at least when I eat or keep passive income. Chelete high feel. Can I little room take 80 or say 12 kapa say 15 go ka sit down each room in patala 3,000 ka kwedi dimense every month the bank ID 60,000. Come on, can I let's plan en kada or maybe can I lead the establishment that says the room say 15 say 3 60,000.
Makes a lot of sense, man. DJ Sbu is very smart. He's a businessman, business savvy, and what he taught that boy is basically learn to use someone else's money instead of using your own money. And it's important, guys. It's important that we open our eyes, you know, to opportunities where we can do things better, right? Instead of, you know, spending money that we don't have, because once that 20,000 goes away and there's no passive income coming in, then you're gonna start from scratch. But DJ Sbu is basically saying, you know what, pause that instant gratification you want. Kill people with your success, bro. Get your revenge through your massive success. You know, you need to be getting 60,000 from those apartments, 60,000 from those apartments, 60,000 from, and you still have a business, or you're still working or whatever. But don't spend money on unnecessary things. That's what I'm taking from it, and that's what I'm gonna take. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. But I do hope that, you know, this generation learns, you know, that money is not everything. You know, money is not everything. We just need to learn to use money wisely. We need to learn to prioritize what's important in our lives instead of you know wanting paybacks and all that stuff that really doesn't really matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what matters is your future secured. Is your children's future secured? Is your children's future secured? Are generations to come secured through your efforts? Your kids will remember you through the things that they have in front of them, not through your stories. Stories die, but, you know, living testimonies that you were here and you left a legacy, now those matter most. So don't be impatient. Be patient. Success is coming. And I'm saying this because I'm waiting for my success in this content creation thing that I'm entering into. And so I'm hoping, and I'm taking DJ Sbu's advice, and I'm hoping you are too, that let's wait, you know, let's wait things out, and, you know, things will work out on their own. This has been Thandile Maikiso from the Destination Show. Please subscribe to my channel, like this episode if you enjoyed it, and also please share and also click on that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new episode. Otherwise, thank you for chilling with me, thank you for listening with me, and thank you for just being a cool person. Otherwise, this is Thandile Maikiso signing out.